Hey guys. Last time you clicked on a Minecraft video was probably like 8 years ago. Don't worry, I'm in that camp too. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch another Let's Play. My name is tsoh, and today we're gonna talk about how a stupid, simplistic sandbox became my favorite game, where I think it took a turn in the wrong direction, and why even after all the changes, even after how god awful the community is, even after Minecoins, there's still a soft spot for it in my heart. Minecraft came out for the PlayStation 3 on December 18th, 2013. Coincidentally, that was the day 9-year-old tsoh found his new favorite game. You remember Lego? Yeah, naturally, a game where you could build wherever you want was right up my alley. Now, the PlayStation 3 version was a bare bones version of an early bare bones game. It was charmingly simple, dropping you into a world with no real instructions or goals. There wasn't much to do, but the things you could do, the game nailed it. Combat was straightforward, fun, especially with a group of friends. Building stuff was almost therapeutic. And the quiet time spent mining in preparation for your next move. That space to organize your thoughts and plan your next move, all the while being serenaded by those faint piano melodies in the background. That was the icing on the cake. I was in love with this game. It let me be creative, adventurous. You can do with everything around you as you pleased. And to this day, some of my fondest gaming memories have come from open world games like Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, Gary's Mod. Every day I'd hop off the bus, throw myself onto my chair, and hop on Minecraft. There was only one world I played on. I crammed as much cool shit as I could. I built minecarts, mob traps, exploited a bunch of glitches, built a nice house. But listen, I was a perfectionist. Me, I'm good at things that I focus on, so the world had to be perfect. Even after the countless hours I pumped into Minecraft, I was still pretty ass at building. So I started watching other people play to figure out what I could do to build, to make my world a bit better. As a result, I found an entirely new avenue of the game. Now, I was never a huge fan of Let's Plays. My introduction to the genre was loud. Even back then, it was a screaming contest, and even though I was 9, that kind of stuff just didn't sit well with me. I found myself gravitating to more reserved and laid-back YouTubers, like You Always Win, who, in the Let's Play space, he took a very methodical approach to building, and his videos were more about that process rather than about them. And as I watched more videos, I eventually found my way into modded Minecraft with these two guys, Guns and Meaty.
Hey everyone, welcome to Dumb and Dumber, a brand new, super exciting battle survival adventure.
Oh, hex it!
These boys were the perfect Let's Play combo. They were single-handedly responsible for my foray onto Hexit. Now, Hexit was a different beast altogether. A collection of battles, beasts, new weapons, new armor, and back then, that was something completely insane. That was something you wouldn't have thought would be possible in Minecraft. That's how abstract it was back then. And after all of that, you know, it wasn't Minecraft anymore. So that begs the question, what is Minecraft? Well, for me, Minecraft is not knowing how to play Minecraft. It's generating that first world and thinking to yourself, what next? It's standing in awe at the foot of a massive ravine, or stood atop a huge mountain. Minecraft's that dirt hut you built on the first night. The memories I cherish most from this game are when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. They're from when the game was simple, and from my life was simple too. because back then there was nothing to worry about. School was a joke. I didn't have to study to do well. I didn't have any commitments. Nothing. Pretty much all of my free time was spent playing video games. And it was enjoyable, you know? I didn't have a future to worry about. I was only just beginning to realize that I like to just mess around, do whatever the fuck I want, build whatever I want. You know, it's the freedom that really caught my attention to this game. And looking back, I suppose the simplicity of my 7th grade life coincided pretty well with the simplicity of Minecraft. And as I got older, as I gradually figured myself out, what I enjoyed doing, what my hobbies were, what I wanted to do later in life, Minecraft got older too. At the end of the day, I don't know if it was my maturation or Minecraft's maturation that started pushing me away, but ever since 2013, the game just hasn't felt the same, you know? Until in a moment of reflection and tranquility, that soft piano starts fading in. And the warm melodies I've come to know all too well over the years invite me back into a world I've missed for so long. C418's Minecraft Volume Alpha. I know nothing about music theory, and I'm not gonna pretend like I do, but there's something about it. Maybe it's a simple piano of dry hands. Maybe it's the quirkiness of Subwoofer Lullaby. Or maybe it's actually not the music at all. Because when I heard these songs for the first time, they didn't blow me away. I didn't instantly fall in love with the soundtrack. But the soundtrack is the only thing that hasn't changed since I loaded up the game for the first time. For me, these songs are timeless. And when they start playing, just for a moment, I feel like I'm 12 again, playing on the same world I always used to. The music is what brings back all those memories. It brings back Minecraft. Today, my PlayStation 4 sits quietly on my dresser. To its right, a PlayStation 3. Before I got into Minecraft, I used to hack on GTA 5 online and just make people's living hell for everybody. And it's actually me. You know, it's just who I am, who I used to be. A hacker. It was bad, but I had to start somewhere, you know. They're all kind of dusty, but they're still plugged in, hooked up to a TV that hasn't been on for a while. And that world is still on there too. So I decided to go back in. For the first time in like half a decade, I turned on my PlayStation 4. Now this was the magnum opus of the world. This thing was insane. And slowly but surely, Sweden started fading in. And I just started crying. They weren't sad tears. They weren't tears of joy. I wasn't overwhelmed. I don't know. I knew that all this game is just a cleverly constructed sequence of ones and zeros. But I knew that in a way, it's a part of me. You know? This world is something that will always hold dear to my heart. It's a window into the past, a reflection of the kid I was. It's been waiting here, unchanged, since 2018. Unchanged since I started to become the man I am today. Minecraft, the game, is changing. You know, Minecraft's audience changed a long time ago. The only thing that's really stayed static about it has been the music. You can put me in some random world I've never explored. You can add weird new items I'll never learn how to use. But to me, it's not Minecraft until that music starts fading in. And I'm pulled back into a world when nothing really mattered. When everything was easy. And when I was happy, you know? When you're a kid these things, they all just coincide together.